Hi, hey, hello, and welcome to Power Word Play, a Dungeons & Dragons live stream where a bunch of random adventurers must save the Sora's Coast from the wrath of Tiamat. My name's Josiah Groff, and let's get into tonight's episode.
We're gonna keep that reaction.
Lady Tiamat whispers, her children fly north. No virtue will stop them. Send the sins forth.
And welcome back. So, let's do a little roll for recap. Tonight it's going to be highest, minus natural 20.
Who's last week?
That was me.
Last week was
yeah.
Elias.
Let's do this one.
Rhaenyra?
11. Somewhere in the middle.
Elias.
6.
6. 2. 2.
What am I doing?
What?
1.
Oh,
Oh!
am I doing it?
9!
Oh, I'm doing it!
Oh my gosh. That was some rough rolls.
11? I was like for sure. I was like right in the middle, I thought. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Get him out of the way now, guys, you know.
I'll take it.
All right. So the scene is that Rhaenyra. So I guess while everybody, I think it was mainly you two that were speaking to like the store owner. So Rhaenyra's just standing in the back, kind of like collecting her thoughts, petting her axe and whatnot, just collecting her thoughts from the day.
Rhaenyra's internal monologue.
Yeah, because she's like basically like zoning out of the conversation, just thinking about the day. What an interesting town is this Silvery Moon. Very colorful, very happy, lots of people, lots of action. Can't stand it. Really annoying. Did try to make coffee this morning. Don't know why it was so green. Probably all the seaweed that I put into it. But how else do you make sea coffee? Ramsay seemed to kind of enjoy it. I mean, he wasn't as grumpy as he normally was. But at least Sola seemed to like her badge a lot. That really took a lot of effort on my part, especially learning how to spell life god. It was really hard, without asking Ramsay, because he was probably going to be grumpy about it. But then there was that gentleman that Elias seemed to know, that Gormir. I don't know if there was love interest or something going on, but he seemed somewhat useful. Definitely more useful than a lot of the other people we've encountered. Told us about Chulth the dragon. Chulth the dragon, the green dragon.
Yes.
Some useful information there, but the most useful information I learned today is that I can't believe I didn't know this entire time, was that Ramsay's scared of heights, isn't he?
Fuck.
I've never taken him on my broom before either.
And you never will.
Well, we all wanted to jump off because that's what fun, lively people do, but of course
go right
Ramsay
ahead.
was against that. Then we went somewhere called a library. I mean, everybody always talks about a library, but I've never really seen one growing up before, and then everyone got so angry that everything was so expensive, even though we just got so much money, but at least we found this lovely place called the Wormworks. I mean, that's what I think everybody's rambling about right now, this really kind of interesting character that wants to know so much about this purple dragon and all the scales that we have on us. Everyone's saying that he's just being kind and that he's actually really interesting, but seems a bit creepy to me. What's Ramsay doing now? Maybe I'll offer him a broom ride now.
Yay!
Amazing. I love it.
Messing
We're
with
shaking.
my
I literally never knew though that you were scared of heights. This entire, like, I don't think we've ever encountered that Ramsay was scared of heights.
In real
Yeah,
life
yeah.
and character-wise.
Oh, wow. Take an inspiration for that one,
you.
Rhaenyra. Thank
I
you.
don't like heights that I know if I fall from, I'm gonna live and it's gonna suck.
That's very specific
like,
and very
it was just like an instant
I'm
death.
perfectly fine on a plane, but
Wow.
standing on top of a ladder,
We'll see how you do on a broomstick.
But see, friendship-wise, I thought it was just clowns, so that's why.
Oh, there's that too.
Yeah, you told me that one. Yeah.
Anyway, so
Little floor.
yeah, the Sins find themselves in the Wormworks talking to Rory. He is inquisitive about your purple dragon marks. The last thing he said to you all being that the power of these marks is a calling card.
That's right.
What does that mean? What do you mean a calling card?
How familiar are you with the multiverse?
Well, I mean, learned in religion as I am.
I don't know what I did.
Hello?
Leon's in the corner, broken something.
Sorry, I was trying to write it down. I didn't mean to derail it. I'm not gonna put the lid back on. You go. It's normal.
Somewhat familiar in the teachings. I'm pretty sure I took Multiverse 101. I don't remember my grade.
For a
Let's
week?
find out. What was my grade?
Let's find out.
I got a 9 out of 20 on my final exam.
See.
C's get degree.
It was curved, so.
Nobody who does well in that class, so I ended up doing okay. Thank goodness for bell curves.
Well, yeah, yes. He kind of reaches behind him, and there's like this long, or kind of tall bookshelf, sorry, that is full to the brim with all these different kind of books. Some of them have like regular spines, but other than them, you can see there's like scales or like dragon pelts that are used for like the kind of leather covering. And you see him grab a book. And as he takes it out, you see the name on it reading Dragons of the Multiverse. And he kind of starts flipping through a few pages, and it is an old book. Yes, here it says when certain dragons are killed or pass away, their energy, the prime magic that's tied to the realms themselves is, well, up for grabs.
Oh. So,
That's kind of what happened.
looks like we got more than we bargained for with that.
Well, but that's not a bad thing. We got some cool new powers, right? That's the end of it, right?
We also don't know exactly what it all entails. We haven't had it very long. There could be some long-standing circumstance. You had mentioned before that it's kind of a way for it to come back of some sort, or
Well,
it's like something left on this plane that is connected to it still.
yes, when there is... Well, maybe, Aluru, could you describe this a little bit better? And the elvish woman kind of looks and nods to him and goes, when dragons become extremely powerful, when they are the oldest of age, they're able sometimes to reach out to the other realms, the other versions of our world that exist out there. And typically, these dragons reach out to these worlds for one purpose: to find the them of that world and take that power for themselves.
Oh. So, let me see if I have a simple grasp of this. Is that, say we were to travel to the Feywild. There is a probable chance that the dragon that we defeated here also exists there. A similar version of said dragon. If it hasn't already been dealt with in the past.
No, you're thinking of the planes.
Oh, okay. So...
This is the multiverse.
Oh.
We are speaking
Okay.
of alternative worlds.
Oh.
Elias!
Here's how I thought of it when I was taking my introductory course, which I did quite well at, actually.
Oh, did you take the same class?
Multiverse
not.
101?
What did you get out of 20?
20. Of course.
Oh.
I like to think of it like
Elias,
a
you're
book.
fucking up the bell curve.
I think that's a common thing for them.
I was often told I was the reason that someone didn't get a good grade in their class. Whatever. Besides the point. Think of it like a book, Ramsey, where each of our universes is a different page, and all very similar chapters on each of the pages, but slightly different writings on each of them. You know, it's the same book, the same world, but different page is a different universe. And different universes have, or different pages have different sentences and different words.
So
Those
the
are our planes.
So then what you're saying is that, somewhat, there's multiple versions of each one of us in each page.
Well, yes. As
Correct, yes. Same as it would be for every dragon, which has... Dragons are tied to the magic of the universe itself. So there are certain things they can do with their other selves that we are not able.
TM,
Yes.
do I still have my dragon mark?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes, you do.
Unfortunate. Alright.
What was yours?
I had...
Did you have the eyeball too, like me?
No, I had...
Yeah, you had a shoulder thing.
We all had different.
Yeah.
I had something purple.
I think it was shoulder scales, eye,
Like wrist or
wrist
something.
scales.
Oh, you...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I thought your hair... Someone's hair turned purple.
Doric's beard.
Oh, turned purple.
Oh, I don't even remember that. Okay.
And we're back.
And we're back.
back in.
This is all...
Confusing?
So, okay. Does that mean he, the dragon, still exists in this plane because we're a part of it now? Or it's a part of us? What does that mean? This is all way
Once-
too big for me.
Once the dragon has passed, the energy is either redistributed or recycled. So if you took the energy, it is yours. However, the version of this dragon that may exist in other worlds may come back and want to claim that power. However, if you were able to destroy it, and her eyes glint with this like quick wisdom, like this kind of like insight, looking at all of you one by one. I assume the dragon that you killed wasn't very large.
Not necessarily, no.
It wasn't.
Then you might be lucky in that there aren't many versions of the dragon around waiting for the power to be distributed, or you might just be hidden for now. It's hard to tell, but it is quite interesting that you creatures were able to take on its power. She looks to Rory, just goes, might be a good omen? And he just goes, oh, we'll see.
They've been a bit of a boon for us so far, so... Now, you had mentioned before about being able to help us with this dragon. We were guess in the beginnings of negotiations for exchange of information. Is there anywhere besides the exorbitant amount of money that the library is asking to gather information elsewhere on Chulth?
Well, if you're concerned about a creature of the woods, the Emerald Enclave's members would probably have
Oh, they're
some of the
here.
great... Yes, of course, yes.
Oh, we've had dealings with them in the past. Haven't completely burned that bridge, so might be worth looking up.
Of course, if they have the connections, it may be worth looking into that. There is a term for humans that have absorbed a dragon's power. The dragon touched. It may be wise to keep that to yourselves.
I need gloves.
Yeah.
Eye patch, gloves, long sleeves.
Maybe some sunglasses.
I like your thinking. Either that or we just end up having to lie really well when questioned about it at all.
Rory, this power that they all have, this dragon touch, do you know, does it give off any kind of signature, any kind of something that they could be tracked by? Well, I don't have to be, should they be concerned?
Remember, where we go, you go these days.
Oh, if there's a giant purple dragon chasing you all.
It was giant.
All dragons are a little giant.
Well, yes to you.
Little giant.
They don't come very small. Yes, well, there's usually a process to this. A dragon that has matured in age and reached a certain amount of power will be able to reach out in their dreams across the worlds. You may be contacted, or you might have no warning at all before something comes out. However, it's extremely rare of an event to occur.
Have any of you had any odd dreams lately?
No.
I don't think you would say even if you did, but...
None concerning dragons.
Promising.
Wait, why are you writing that down?
No reason.
Auru's gonna turn to you, Rhaenyra, and just be like, typically now there is some sort of in towards obtaining this power. The regular people, even those who kill dragons, as foolhardy as they may be, or not caring with their lives, not all of them can obtain power from a dragon.
Oh. So in essence, we are...
Special.
Yes.
Something ties you, yes. Something maybe in an experience or bloodshed, I'm unsure.
There's been a lot of blood.
There's been a lot of blood.
You have all of our blood still, don't you?
Well, except for the professors.
Yes.
Maybe. I don't think you guys know that I have your blood.
Yeah.
Yes, when we
We did the
it to you.
pact.
Yeah.
Well, I know that you have not.
that time.
Oh, okay, there's been more times.
I have concerns.
That's why I wake up with band-aids on my arms sometimes.
You get band-aids? I just get marks.
I have a collection.
Well,
So, like Rory, if we're wanting more information about Chulth specifically, do you know a lot about him?
Yes, I mean green dragons in general. I know, and some of the dragons around our area I try to keep a track of.
Right.
Chulth is one of the most evasive, however. Usually has this kind of hit and run tactic. Watch parties that have had the displeasure of coming across him say he puts out this cloud that causes them to relch up and bleed from, well, it's not pleasant, but orifices. And then one by one, and get picked off.
Interesting. Do you know what is it a poison effect of some kind, or is it a certain type of magic? Do you know? Has that been studied?
Yes, he's going to, you know what, make a, let's say, a persuasion check.
Okay. 19.
Whoa.
Don't know if I can add a guidance to it because we're kind of like talking, and guidance kind of uses.
I'm going to say that's...
start mumbling to
19,
yourself.
Yeah, 19's pretty good.
19's pretty good. He says that, yes, dragons typically have access to magic. So, if we assume that Chulth is at least of a mature age, then he would have access to quite a few spells that are of that nature. Ones that impact the forest, terrain.
We also learned as well from Elias's friend that deals heavily in illusionary magics.
Right.
Yes, invisibility, of course, we are fairly certain he has access to. As well as, yes, some sort of cloud effects that cause quite a bit of damage.
Right. And so, okay, I was looking specifically for the damage type. If you know it.
It's poison.
It's
yeah,
poison.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for
Yeah,
specifying.
no worries.
Sometimes we must use game terms.
Yeah, Elias, make a Arcana check.
Ooh. 18.
Oh, that's still really high.
18.
Oh.
Any, like, I'll say, yeah, like, you have knowledge of a bunch of different poison cloud type spells, like Cloud Kill, like, you know, whatever, right? That a bunch of, you know, wizards have access to, and you assume that dragons have access to as well.
Oh, I have an idea of some spells that he might, possibly some magic he might utilize. We could prepare ourselves against that, especially if he is going to be using poison.
Yeah, you and I should coordinate.
I'm pretty much assuming that they're all going to suck.
Yes, that sounds about right.
And about the illusion magic then, one way that he uses illusion magic is to make himself invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Are there other things, or is that the majority of the illusions?
Some have said that the terrain in front of them has turned from a dirt road into a heavy swamp where they're restricted, almost as if it snuck up on them and was, I don't know. It's very hard to know what is a real effect, because the areas where this dragon makes its habitat have certainly changed quite a bit.
But those illusions, despite being illusions, had real effects still, or
more so they got
The illusion was
sent
removed.
the wrong way, and then the illusion dropped.
I
And
see.
then, yes. It knows these woods. It has hunted within them for at least a century.
Does it tend to stay in a certain area, or does it branch out and move about?
We have one area where we may have located a lair of sorts, but it is hard to know. The attacks happen from all around the city. There is not a specific direction that they occur the most in.
So, what is the actual harm that it's causing on this city? It just seems like people are being disrupted and being hurt when they're trying to approach it. Like, what is the issue that the dragon has with the city? Or vice versa?
Well, the dragon is stopping a lot of caravans from coming through. So we are actually... Some don't want to say it, but there is a starvation problem in the city at the moment. We're having trouble collecting food in, and the woods are obviously not a safe place at the moment. And then, of course, there's this weird illness that's across the town as well. Some people are experiencing nightmares in their sleep and are unable to rest. But we're not sure if that's related or if there's other magic at play. And he refers to the motherfrickin' High Mage of Silvery Moon, Methrammer, is looking into this sickness, I believe, at the Conclave, but there has been no advances, we should say.
How long ago did it start?
Probably within the last, I want to say, 2 weeks.
But the dragon has been around much longer than that.
Yes.
Absolutely has, yes. But the combination of the two has caused quite a stir, obviously.
Well, I see you have a wonderful shop. Do you have any items we might be able to peruse through to possibly purchase and aid us?
Well,
Our upcoming adventures.
Well, yes. I think I do. I like helping out a bunch of dragon hunters. Vimrock already got a bit of his things for free, so he will be gone. I do have a request, however. Because of all of these tradeways closing, I have a bit of a, well, surplus of a certain stock. But it's a bit more controversial. So, if you're interested in these items, they would help you for sure. And I can explain. Everything was got of
On the up and up.
good moral standing. Yes, and Alaru can vouch for me as well. And she kind of nods slowly. Slowly.
Insight check.
Go for it.
Well then. Ooh. 23.
And this is on Rory.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, he seems to be being pretty honest. You can tell he's like a little excited, and maybe just from his general constitution, you can tell he hasn't been eating very well, like just lack of nutrients. He goes, so there's, if you can help me with one of these harvests I have to do, there is a tad of a risk involved, but I'm sure you're all quite capable, and well, maybe I should just show you instead of...
Yes, please. That might explain things.
Come with me. And he leads you into the back room, kind of pulling a curtain aside. And inside this room, you can see it's kind of set up like a butchery, in that there are a lot of different tools and these kinds of things for harvesting certain dragon parts.
Would I be familiar with most of the stuff in there? Just from
Oh yeah. I would say that a dragon hunter's tools are like a rare item.
Yeah.
Like they're pretty specific in what they have in them.
But I'd be familiar with kind of the setup,
Yes.
just from the family.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Ah. I see what you do here.
Yes, some people have an issue with it, but I promise every dragon that comes to us has met a fate of some kind that we do not have a part in. We do not pay for dragons to be slaughtered and brought in, but we do accept and will pay for them when they come. Speaking of, he kind of leads you around a corner into this small room where you can see on this kind of surgery table there is a dragon. A small wormling that's brass in color. And you can see the head on the wormling has been removed. And you can tell that there's like jagged bite marks all over it. He just goes, "We found this one in the forest outside, and it's not exactly good luck to have a metallic dragon's corpse around, especially as we don't know where its family may be. So, if you would like to help me get rid of it, that would be lovely."
Now, when you say get rid of it, do you mean in the dig a big hole out back and bury it, or...
Oh, no. We believe in using everything of a dragon. So, there is one part that has caused me a bit of problem. You can probably guess, I assume.
The head?
Well,
The head's chopped off.
Missing?
well, yes, that part is unfortunate. However, the part that activates its breath weapon,
Oh,
the Draconis Fundamentium.
that was my next guess.
Yes. It is a delicate thing to remove, and poses some risk to the harvester if they are, well, shoddy with their fingertips. But if you can help me with this, not only will I will give you that Draconis Fermentium for free, I will also sell some of these pots at a great discount to you all.
Odd question, if
Yes.
you don't mind, if you hear me. Have you had dealings with Lady Fradenshires of recent?
Lady... No.
No?
Not
Insight
familiar
check.
with that name. Go ahead.
You really don't trust them, do you?
19.
He seems to be telling the truth.
Very well. Do you have any ideas? Who are the local players? Who?
Silvery Moon?
Yes, that would, who might be interested? First off, who would be learned enough to know where and how to harvest this?
He knows.
I know. I can
Just
harvest it. I can harvest...
Yes, but besides you, is there anyone? Former employee, competition, angry ex?
I'm sure that the Conclave has some scholars of Dragonly report, but I'm not sure how dirty they get their fingers. Aru nods.
Why are you wondering that, Ramsey?
What's been done here is not... Roy is correct. It's a very difficult procedure. It's something my family doesn't even deal in. It more often than not ends badly. It's a volatile organism inside a dragon. And very, very easily to detonate, shall we say. It's the most sought after part, and it would take someone with a very steady hand and a very learned mind to know how to safely extract it.
Yes, a harvesting check would probably be a survival. This is my 1-2 guys. It will be a survival check. But also, this is the smallest kind of dragon it could be. So this is your. If you fail, it won't kill you guys. It's a wormling. Imagine
You're
how
walking
much,
away like this.
Imagine how much a breath damage like a wormling does compared to like a big guy. It's not going to be that big. But
Anyway,
I
I think
digress.
we could be of assistance. I have a steady hand. I'm practiced in medicine. I'm a little unfamiliar with the entire anatomy of dragons, but a body's a body. You just cut here and there, and some stuff comes out. So
Rhaenyra's just backed up against her armor. She's like literally
That was
like
a right so
That's right. And Elias is really smart. Elias probably could help.
Definitely. Yes, I can say cut there. And not
I
there.
put my hand on you and just start pushing us both backwards slowly away from the...
I've got my multi-tool in my hand and it's like a little scalpel. Would
Ooh, that could be useful.
you like to use it?
Well, it's kind of your tool. Maybe you should help too. Like, how many people do you think?
So
is
I'll tell you. I'll say 2 people on operation. And Eon, if you want to, as you're kind of like looking around, I have a feeling instead of like helping, you might actually be like figuring out how to add maybe those dragon tools to your multi-tool thing, because that's how it works, right? Like it's just like every tool
Right.
possible.
It turns into whatever.
Yeah,
tool.
yeah.
Need.
So I'll say if you want, you can make an investigation check to like copy it, and that would give. Well, we'll see if you succeed first.
Nat DK or a 16.
16 is just enough.
Dirty.
You,
Dirty DK.
yeah, you kind of. I would say you take the moment while Sola and Lias are taking theirs, and you are able to copy all the parts of this hunter's tool, which I can send to you if you want like the flavor parts, but essentially this will give you advantage on checks to do this further.
I'm just going to be making notes of
Yeah.
just biology of it and makeup,
Sure,
arm bone
absolutely.
connected to the leg bone,
Naturally.
yeah.
Right. And then for you two, Elias, how are you kind of helping out here?
I feel like it would be like trying to draw on like my knowledge of like humanoid kind of like anatomy,
Okay.
and like whatever vague knowledge I may have had
Mhm.
in any dealings with dragons at all, which
Yeah.
I am
Not a
more
lot.
than willing to roll for.
Yeah, absolutely.
Of like,
Because you got it.
yeah, of kind of like, like when you're trying to like defuse a bomb and you're like, it's the red wire, where's it the black one? Like that.
As
sort of
they're
thing,
walking
like,
back away from Sola.
of, like the which wire, like which like vein to cut or anything like that. Yeah,
That one. You sure?
Yeah.
Nope.
definitely. I think.
Let's say, oh, you know what? I'll say, investigation or medicine, up to you.
Investigation or medicine.
You do the investigating, and I'll do the medicining.
Sounds good. Okay. Do some investigation.
Okay.
See what it is
Sure.
looking like. Ooh. 11.
Okay. Sola, as you're watching Elias kind of take a look at this, they're poking at the vein, and you can see him kind of like trying to he look at his vein and then look at the dragon vein, look at his vein. He pokes it, and you can see it just kind of like start to bulge in a way that is not good.
Right. Wait. That's the sack. You don't want to poke that.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I think I'm onto something here.
Well, yeah, that's the kind of the part that gets explodey now and then. Just beside it, there's the ligament, and if you just carefully separate from the flesh and the muscle
Medicine check.
I would certainly take the time to guide myself.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine.
So I really feel like maybe you should just do this.
Well, maybe. I don't know.
It's too late.
That's what I'm doing.
It's too late.
Just roll.
Got the scalpel in your hand.
So this is pretty good. This is a 24.
Ooh.
Right? Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So, with the 24 and your steady hands, you're able to make a small incision, and take out what looks to be this strange kind of almost sack that's in the dragon's kind of in between their stomach and their throat, and you can see from the anatomy this is where their nutrients get basically funneled into, and powers their breath weapon, and you're able to take this small sack that you can see kind of glows with an amber light and is almost hard to the touch, like a stone almost.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense to me now.
So
I thought it was already gone.
So I'm peeking over Ramsey's shoulder, behind him, but kind of taller than him.
Oh yeah, I have Sola's
So-
shield too. I'm right on the back
So I'm just
side.
gonna whisper to Ramsey. I was like, "Does mine look like that?"
I don't know.
Alaru looks towards you and she goes, "No, Dragonborn have innate magical ability from their lineage.
Oh, I don't have a sack.
No sack.
No sack.
No, but depending on if... Do you know where your dragon lineage comes from?
I do.
I understand. If you ever want to talk, you know where I am."
I don't know you.
She kind of nods
I
and
remember your name even.
"This is true." Rhaenyra."
What's her name, Ramsey?
Who's this?
Calgary.
Oh,
She's looking at you weird. She's looking at you weird.
people always look at me weird.
No, but she's looking at you weird.
You and I are the weirdest ones.
In this case, I think in this case, you are the belle of the ball.
I don't have a sack though.
She's not interested in her. She's looking at you weird.
I'm just gonna turn my back to her. With
Yeah.
her face Eon still behind Ramsey.
She walks over to Rory and says something to him in the ear, and then walks
Did it get you?
back out to the front. Rory kind of looks to you all and goes, "Well, here we are, the Draconis Fundamentium.
Sola presents it like a baby.
Makes her just support the lungs.
Like Simba.
Brand new sack. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
It's bronze.
Oh, lovely. Well,
Do you have a scale? It's typical to weigh it.
and
No pun
sometimes,
intended.
but I'll get more than my share of payment from the rest of the dragon.
From your sack.
Yes, for your help, I will offer this to you if you'd like it.
Wait, you want to give us the thing that goes kaboom?
If you'd like.
Do you have a way to store it?
Like a jar or something?
No, but can we?
Turn it into something, or do we just throw it like a bomb?
Oh, it can be used for something, for sure. This, it can channel the energy of the breath weapon, the dragon it came from. And you could create something with it, like a weapon or even a piece of armor, perchance.
Maybe a tinkerer of sufficient capability
Correct,
could
yes.
do that.
They could add it to any weapon, essentially. It's a very flexible and strong thing when it is activated onto a weapon of steel.
Is it a generator? Is it a power source? Is it...
I've seen people take this item, let's say from a red dragon. The next time I see them, after they've gone to Citadel Adbar and seen the dwarves of Great Forge, draws the weapon and lights it on fire in front of me.
Oh. I used to have a sword that did that.
And what color where was this sword?
Brass?
Brass.
Yes.
Fire.
Fire.
Okay.
Out of game, this would give 2d6 fire damage to a weapon when it hits.
Okay.
However,
Maybe that could work for her.
you need a forge and someone who is not going to be scared about using this part.
We have one of them.
Now you just need a forge.
In for copper, in for gold. I'll help you in any way I can.
I think we could make something out of that. But do we have time? It will take a little bit of time.
I'd imagine so, and we have to go find... Sorry, you said Citadel
Adbar.
Adbar. Oh, like
Anything that's here?
the...
Like the dwarven
Dwarven-
citadel of
Oh,
Adbar.
that's a journey. It's a journey, but it could be maybe not this hot second.
Right.
We have a few other things I think we need to...
What is this called again? Draconis?
It is the Draconis Fundamentalum.
How
Thing
big
that-
is it? Sorry.
Make a listen.
On a wormling, it's probably about maybe 2 by 2 feet.
Oh, wow.
Oh, maybe that's a little big.
Feet?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I thought it'd be like the size of the water
It's
bottle.
like the size of like a small child.
It's the
yeah.
size of like maybe like
Citadel.
the top part of the screen, or like, you know what I
Like
mean?
one of these?
One section of the screen, of the DM screen,
Adbar.
or like the
Yeah,
laptop.
Oh, okay. So
It's not
like a
super
small
big.
watermelon kind of.
Small watermelon is
Okay.
great. Yeah,
Okay.
size description.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like round.
Yeah,
or...
that's what I'm
Okay.
Actually, on a brass dragon, it's more like crystallized, like a.
Oh, okay.
It's got a kind of interesting shape to it,
Yeah.
almost octagonal.
It's like a liquid core D20.
Nice. Let's
Right.
roll it.
Yeah. What's this do? Catch!
Can I see it?
Absolutely. He passes it to you.
Still holding Sola's shield out.
Just,
I guess you want this back. Sorry.
I just wanted to... This is such an interesting material, and it will be so fun to work with when we can get to the place.
How about for now, and I open the bag, we keep it in here? Well, unless you have a better storage device.
Oh, you have a bag of holding? Put it
Yes.
in the bag of holding.
In, please.
Tuck it into the corner of the
It's
bag of
you-
holding.
Shouldn't we
You,
put
you
it
know
in
how
like
this works, right?
the
You
Ziploc
kind of
first?
go. And it goes,
Yeah, I've
it's
got
not
it.
organic,
It's all
really.
perfectly organized in there.
I try and stick my head in.
Yeah, there's pockets all around the outside, and
She's not wrong.
it's perfectly organized. It's very nice. It's like one of those dice bags that has, you know, the one that has like one little compartment.
It's just a big dice bag.
I made it, Ramsey. Of course, it's gonna be great.
That's true. Very true.
Wow.
But Scree had it, so I figure just anything Scree touches goes to absolute utter fucking chaos.
Scree didn't have this one.
This is
Oh. That means Scree still has a bag of holding.
No.
Oh. Oh.
So you had mentioned a discount of sorts on some items?
Yes.
Yes, I will wholesale on the parts of this brass dragon, as I would prefer to just... I don't want to hold on to it. If the roads were open, I'd be able to sell it and have it out of the way, but...
Well,
And I prefer it goes to some people who hope to do some good with it, so...
Do you have dragon blood?
Absolutely I do.
What you got?
Yeah, definitely dragon blood.
Claws, scales. I would say teeth, but
So she looks at you, he looks at you, and he gets out this kind of like large circular cylinder container with like this kind of cork at the top, and inside you can see is this slowly, always swirling red blood. And you can see him look over to Alru, and he goes, "Alru, what does the dragon blood do again for your spells?" And Alru turns to him and goes, "This one allows for web to fit a 30-foot cube."
ooh.
Is it? It's like an item.
It is
Ooh.
something you can hold on to yourself. Without some of these are more perishable than others, but their effects are quite strong if you can hold on to them. Aru actually knows most of their effects and is a study of magic. She can maybe guide you on that way, while I guess I'll man the front of this door. Is that dwarf still back there? Oh god. You see Rory kind of like turn around, and Aru kind of turns to you all and goes, "The parts I have access here are of good quality, and there is quite a few things that I could offer, ranging from hundreds to a few thousand gold.
I'll take the blood, please.
Be 500 gold.
Okay.
Yeah, so that dragon blood, as long as you have it on your person, and you can even flavor this how you'd like with all of these items, but as long as you have it on the person, I have all of the non-perishables for this part, make it easier, they just do the effect.
Neat.
They just work.
Wow. Cool.
No
Nice.
attunements, no
Okay.
nothing. You just gotta remember how it works.
Sure. Well, this suddenly just got very
This got
interesting.
very interesting, didn't it? Ah, yeah.
What do you have that does clericy stuff?
She looks to you and goes, "There are a few, starting at, how would you like me to start? The most expensive? Let's start there. Those are the
Sure.
fun ones."
That's how I sort when I'm
Speaking of car dealership and realtors,
It's like price highest to lowest. 'Cause
Exactly, highest lowest. Okay, so for 3,000 gold pieces, your spiritual weapon gets a +1 bonus to attacks, and starts with an additional D8 of damage
Shit.
Ooh, okay.
for 3,000 gold pieces.
3,000?
And that is a yes. That is a sorry.
Do you
guys.
want that, Loren, by any chance?
I would be okay if you want it.
I want to hear everything else, but I'm gonna write that one down for me.
You use yours
Yeah.
more regularly.
Yeah, and you have more damage than I do already because yours is stronger than mine.
Yeah. And that is a brass dragon's horn
Okay.
that has that effect.
Fun.
Yeah.
Just imagine someone pulls out like this massive meat cleaver and lops a horn.
The gold dragon scales they have there, for 1,200 gold, you can get a 2d8 increase on spirit guardians.
What?
Oh.
These are so fun.
Uh-huh.
Call it.
Yeah, that's more of a solo one. Yeah.
Commune, you can get one for 1k gold. You can, with the skull of a gold dragon, you can ask one additional question.
It's a solo one too.
Shit. I think we're just kidding.
Yeah, it's been a while since I was
And the other one that would be relevant for this one is crazy, but it's just what it is. Auru turns and holds up a piece of the brass dragon's. This is kind of like almost almost like geode, kind of like rock, but it's like a shell, like in a rock egg shell, and it's got this kind of like, like deep metal colors, kind of like gold and like alloys and silvers and that kind of thing. And she kind of like rips a part off and goes, "Could sell this for 1,000 gold, and it would turn your bless D4s into D6s."
Oh shit.
That's cool.
Yeah, there are a few other ones in here. So what I'm gonna do is copy and paste them.
What's
Into-
the total rat?
Well, it depends what I buy.
Well,
Yeah.
Depending on what there is, it's like I
Alone.
pump it into you two.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
See what
sounded
else
weird.
is.
Why would you say it like that?
I don't know.
Anyway,
Don't make it weird, man.
Whoa! Chill out.
That never
Relax.
happens.
Wow, I am gonna spin.
There's more. So I'm just going to
Amazing.
copy and paste.
Oh boy.
And then you guys can take a look at that, and we can say we will off-table that.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys can get the look, and then maybe we can, at the beginning of next session, we can
See what we bought or
update
something?
people on
Yeah.
the homies.
Finished purchases.
Yes, because there's a few different things.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna post this.
And these are just the cleric stuff. Is there still some other
Yes.
stuff too? Wow.
Yeah. I picked a few things, and yeah, so
Give us one more preview of an Elias thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd like to see what there's for wizards.
So for Elias, I'm about to
Just
just copy and paste it, but that's fine.
Well, yes, for sure. Still do that, but still, like, this is fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And it's like, oh, well, like,
Um,
what next session does everyone take?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have access to? I know you have access to Fireball, but do you have access to Haste or Fly?
Haste, yes. Fly, probably.
All right. If you have a portion of the Brass Dragon's Heart for 2,000 gold, Haste does not cause you to lose your turn and be incapacitated when it ends.
Shit.
So there's
What?
yeah.
Wow.
Oh,
You get stunned
yeah.
at the end.
Yeah,
so
I know,
it's
but, like,
waste
Basically
around.
get rid of the
Yeah.
drawback of that. Ooh.
I wouldn't even mind that one.
The stuff
haste
that we would
yourself?
get that would like
I
benefit
can
you.
haste myself then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, if you drank a potion.
Yeah. So instead of having to have the potion, if I have that, then it's.
Well, but does it allow you to cast haste, or do you have to have haste on?
You have to have Haste on
Yeah.
your regular.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it
But if
doesn't
we
let
take
you
things that can
cast.
benefit
Yeah.
you guys, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, I gotta get rid of that all. And,
you won't be getting hasted.
Don't be hasty.
That was bad.
all right. Sorry, guys. Anyway.
Oh boy!
Wow.
Wow! So many things. This
Oh
is
my God.
wow.
Oh, wow.
So Alrul kind of turns to you guys and goes, some of these powers are available to you because of, it would seem, this dragon that you killed. However, I have a feeling if you're about to kill another, it will be very soon where all 5 of you will have this ability.
Hey, you'll be part of the club.
Oh, how fun.
She turns
doesn't hurt.
again to Rhaenyra and she goes, there is pure blood within you of draconian lineage. I wasn't sure at first, but...
Why don't you mind your own business?
Now, Rhaenyra, maybe she can provide some good information.
Evasive comments, Sola, for someone that I barely know.
She's just trying to be nice, and it's a compliment.
And it takes one to know one.
What? No.
But
That means you could insult her back too.
if you'd like.
I think she already has.
I was gonna say, I think I've done more than enough already.
But if does that mean you also?
No. Well, does anybody have detect magic or anything like that?
I have detect magic.
Wait.
What is that
hold
gonna
on.
do? What is that gonna
Solar
do?
Dixon.
That won't be helpful. That won't.
Yeah.
Playing hide and seek, are we?
I prefer this town and the people in it to my more scaled brethren, yes.
What?
So, I don't mean to sound offensive in any way, but you're not of a green variety, are you?
That is very funny, but no.
Thank you. That's all.
Elias, you would know that the mithril, that is this huge magical effect in Silvery Moon, prevents dragons of evil alignment from entering.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Does she look like me? Like half human, half dragon? That just like
She looks
scales?
very
She
human.
looks like
Oh, just human.
Fully human,
Okay.
yeah. Which is weird.
she's
But just yeah.
seeming.
So you're one of...
Put your finger down. It's rude to point.
Sorry. I'm just a little bit like...
I'll rule the Wanderer at your call.
Wow.
I'm pretty sure I know the answer to this already, but there's not 7 golden canaries flying around in here.
No.
Roll for initiative.
No.
No, that's a run. That's just a run.
Goodbye.
Alru the Wanderer. Have any of us heard that name before? I'm not super learned in
History checks?
Sure.
You don't know? Yeah. That makes sense, actually.
I'm a +0 too,
Yeah.
so
10.
10. Nope.
History. Nope.
17.
Okay.
I'm going to walk up and place my hand
Oh.
on the arm. Thank you for sharing. And I'm going to use Grim Psychometry. It's a 16.
Grim Psychometry.
Recall information about a dark past surrounding it.
Yes, you have advantage on the roll. What did you roll total?
16.
Yeah. None of you know this name.
if you don't know, then I feel like
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's okay, though. That's all right.
Well, again, thank you for sharing that secret with us.
I'm just more intrigued to see what happens to you all, to be perfectly honest. Humans have such short lives, but you get up to so much in them.
Actually, many of us are actually
Ah, yes,
Human.
two-legged,
Purely.
whatever.
just say, yes,
Yes.
we're all, well,
we're
But
mutts.
don't get me wrong, I like this form, but it has its limitations.
I can see that, yes, compared to probably what you're used to.
Doesn't it feel weird being in a shop full of pieces of people like you?
Not particularly.
Okay.
Well, they're creatures like us. They're not beings like us.
That's one way of looking at it. They are closer to magic and divinity than most other creatures. Not to toot my own horn, but I feel like that's just more of a reality. But
It's a fair assessment. Yes, well, these are. This is a great many of things you offered us here. Wow.
I know what I've chosen.
You by chance wouldn't have had dealings in the past with Chulth yourself?
not directly, no.
And believe me, I don't mean to bring offense when I say this, but why haven't you done anything?
I'm not planning to lose my life. It's so quick. That dragon has been in this forest for centuries. I'm not one to contest him. I will stay where it's safe, and
No,
I like the cities.
That's respectable. I understand.
But, you like this city, but isn't this city under threat because of that dragon?
Potentially.
Would you perhaps throw your weight against it if there were other capable adventurers looking to rid the city of it?
Probably not.
No?
Fair enough.
Okay.
Don't really want to lose my life, yeah.
Alright.
I have lots of things to do. Lots of books to read, places to see, buildings to look at.
Fair enough.
You know, they had me until they started talking about the, doing things, but the not doing things part made a lot of sense, actually. The, keeping your life part.
Mm-hmm. It's a bit of a...
Yeah.
But I hope that everything goes well for you, at the very least. You're an interesting bunch. Such a shame.
We're not dead yet.
Oh, no, you're not. But you will be. One day.
Well, that is factual. Is there a subtext I'm missing?
Ding, ding, ding. You hear the doorbell right in the front, and Alru turns and sees a little bit of
Wow.
sees a little bit of a line forming at the front, and she turns and goes, "Well, duty calls. Best of luck."
It was a pleasure to meet you.
It was
Thank you
my
once
pleasure
again.
as well. Yes, thank you.
Looking forward to seeing you again in the future.
She walks away.
Man, I feel like there's so many things to ask.
Just dragons everywhere.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
everywhere.
Yeah. Except the nice thing is, that's not one we'll need to worry about.
Oh, they could totally bite our heads off. In literal.
Well,
in literal
yeah,
bite our
yes,
heads off
but
sense.
dragons of the metallic persuasion tend to be more amenable to our types.
So, recap. Dragons in Waterdeep. Hidden dragons here. Not hidden dragons here. Also dragons on other pages of books. Did I forget anything?
Asshole running around in a dragon mask somewhere up there as well.
Right.
And the skeleton,
Oh.
not dragon, that has wings and is made of dead dragon parts.
Yes, but you don't
Right.
know about this. I open the bag, stick my hand in. Nope, that's no. Ah! And I pull out the blue dragon mask.
I guess I haven't seen this, have I?
No.
Ooh, interesting. Ooh, look, a mask.
No. I immediately like.
Yeah.
This is something very, very powerful and very, very dangerous. I'm going to put it away so that it doesn't catch the eye of anyone. But we'll discuss it further. No, just
Sounds like a good time to put that on.
Well, we should maybe, ask these guys if they have some information about it.
Maybe not yet. So, an artifact like this, if Elias is right, and usually they are, it is a very, very powerful thing that we do not want to risk it falling into someone else's hands. We'll slide it back in. Shall we?
But who's gonna wear that then? If we're gonna go out into the forest, somebody's gotta wear that one.
I feel like someone has to eventually.
We will, yes, but let's wait and see. And we'll go through the things that we've just purchased and surmise. And it's kind of a last ditch plan. It is severely cursed.
I think it would be really cool. Sorry.
My God, you are so much like Ishif.
We don't actually know that it's cursed. We are working on the premise that it is, but no evidence.
Key to a certain you-know-who. I'm going to err on the side. Very cursed.
Well, that kind of reasoning doesn't prove anything in research, but
If it was
it's a
cursed,
bit of a null hypothesis.
then Noor would have been cursed, right?
You never saw him. Nor doesn't look the same anymore. He is a vile, amorphous creature with the ability to into different shapes and
Ooze.
yes. Thank you, ominous
So maybe
voice.
there's a curse. Okay.
But I don't know if it came from that.
This Rory guy. Rory's not with us here. is
No,
he?
no,
we're-
no.
Like he knows a lot about dragons. Maybe he knows about the masks.
I feel like
We have
tipping cards a little bit.
yes. I'd rather keep this between us for the moment. I'm not saying no. I'm just saying maybe not right now.
Sure, and like we don't have to like whip it out in front
We
of
could
him or
just
something.
ask. We don't need to say that we have it.
I get in trouble for things I say, and then you can say whip it out.
Why is that?
though, actually.
Yeah,
what
we can
you
just
guys
we just say we saw somebody wearing it. So what is it? We're like, where did it go? I didn't know. It disappeared. What the hell was it? Do you know,
Maybe he has
Mr.
some
Rory?
insight on these other masks that Noor is still in possession of.
Well, there's a good many of things we need to do around here, especially if we need to go take the new dragon bit and fuse it with the boomstick. As well as you had other things we needed to do here. We need to go meet with Gormir.
Right.
Yes, and go see Casper.
Oh yes, your sibling.
Yes. Go visit the tavern.
I really hope they're better than mine.
Not everybody's
Casper
family
is
is
great.
as bad as yours.
Really? Because we're kind of striking out as a group on the whole.
That's true. Well, third time's a charm.
Their times a try. Casper
True.
is the one saving grace. The rest is, but you know.
Oh, well, splendid then.
I think that's how most families go for the most part.
What time of day are we looking at now?
I'd say mid-afternoon.
Okay.
And we still have the scroll shop or whatever it is to visit at some point too.
Oh, yes.
I'm starting to get hungry.
Yes, I was going to say, I
Have a bit of time, I think.
have the nummies.
Ah, my great hunting party, we are here!
Oh,
I've bought every map for the forests around us, and I think, and you see him like kind of like he's got all the maps like pinned to his body, where he's just been like looking around. And he's like here, and you see him circle on the maps. It's like the Lurkwoods.
Like
It's
this trench
rare.
coat, like
Yeah,
the Lurkwoods.
yeah,
Flashing us with maps.
yeah.
it's like, whoa.
The Lurkwoods. We gotta go there. It's where Chulth has to be.
Is this Vimrock?
This is Vimrock, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
He snuck up on us.
He just
My love.
Ah!
Yeah.
So, dawn tomorrow, we go into the forest.
Tomorrow.
Kill.
That seems
Too soon?
slightly.
Don't we
Maybe
need more information?
It might be a better idea.
I know where he is, though.
Do you know for sure? How do you know?
Well, I was looking at the maps the Emerald Enclave had, and, well, there's a few areas that are missing because we get information. But these maps from the dragons that flew over top have the full part, and I took the parts that are missing from that map and transposed them onto this one, and you can see him rip off the top map. He's like, it's still there! Lurkwoods!
Can I insight him to see how
Fucked up is he?
how well does he actually know this versus how well he thinks he knows it?
Yeah. That means I have to roll for how well he knows this.
Uh-oh.
Well, there goes that idea.
Only only a 14.
14. The map that's underneath the first map is upside down. You can tell he's just a little excited.
Yeah.
Look, it might take some work and might take some searching around, but that's what I'm good for. I'll get on my knees. I'll get on the dirt. I'll be like, "What's up, squirrels? You see anything?" And they'd be like, "Oh, we don't know."
Then how about this? In the morning, scout ahead. Take some notes. Make corrections on the maps, because you will be the only one who's actually been there. Please do not put yourself in harm's way. It's not worth risking yourself yet.
Are you good at staying undetected?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Insight.
I lean over and whisper to Eon.
We don't trust you.
We're going to see him again.
This one's a 17.
He looks pretty stealthy. He's loud and boisterous,
That's what I was surprised.
but his body movements are not like he's not being like extra, if that makes sense.
Sure,
Like
yeah.
he's showing, but he's very in control of his body.
Looks like he could be
He
capable.
moves silently.
He seems to be capable. Yes.
He did sneak up on us.
Yeah, we didn't notice he was coming until he yelled.
That's
true.
not always a hot thing with us.
But he did it at Tasola, actually. Who has a
Oh,
passive perception
that's
of
true.
23.
Well,
Yuck.
I was like, okay, that's more than double mine.
Maybe we can go and have a drink at your siblings' establishment and look over what's left of that map and
Bah, you can have it.
Oh.
Thanks.
Why is it wet?
I tripped.
that doesn't explain anything.
It makes it worse. Yeah.
Did you say drink?
Oh, no, we didn't actually, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Sorry, what, who hurt?
No, no worries. It's,
Oh.
it's
No drinks?
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
I know. A shame. Maybe
Oh.
after the dragon.
Okay.
Yeah.
alright. Just thought it would be, a cool bonding exercise. We're gonna
It
be risking our
would.
lives for each other.
It would, wouldn't
That's
it? Yeah.
But
Would.
you need a good night's sleep, so you're at your best game in the morning.
I think I'm just gonna go scout it right now. I don't think I'm gonna sleep. And he just runs out the fucking building. Like pieces of map falling off of him
Just-
as he runs. Yeah.
Perhaps he's hasted or something.
He reminds me of the bird guy.
Yeah, he's a lot.
The bird guy.
Never to be seen from again. But delivered the message.
But you have sent Vimrock Bloodstone out to scout. So he will go do that.
Knock on wood.
Yeah.
Never to be seen
That
again.
was, that was not a party decision. But here we are. All right.
As
all right.
lovely as he seems.
He was at either that or it was afternoon of team building with him.
I'm not particularly fond of that.
Okay. Well, anyway, what's done is done. Shall we go and see your acquaintances?
I suppose so. Yes. Well,
Looking forward to
I'll
it then.
lead the way. I think I know where
Wait.
it is.
Yeah.
Do we have to go back over the bridge?
No, we're already in the right area of
that's
town.
too bad.
Yes.
Already on the south bank.
They had told me an address, I think, somewhere on the east side, but
Well,
ugh,
you know
been
this
years
place
since
better
I've-
than us.
I hope so.
Can you make a survival check just for fun?
Yeah.
Balls.
Oh, that's correct.
Oh, it's either a 2 or 20. That's so silly.
Oh.
Rip.
Oh, it's a 15.
Hey.
So
Okay.
it's still okay.
Okay, 15, yeah. I'll say it takes you maybe about half an hour of searching to kind of find this place, just because it's like you realize as you turn around the one corner you've maybe turned once or twice and see sticking out, finally catching that small sign that is got just this little drop of blood. You can see kind of red painted in. And that's it. Doesn't have any name on it, just has that symbol and a small little door entering into what you would assume to be the tavern.
What's Casper's Tavern called?
The leaky vein.
Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, that makes sense with the sign.
Yes, they did say it was a little hard to find, which I suppose you can.
Yeah.
You might need a little marketing advice, but
What an interesting name
Yes.
Casper's chosen.
yes.
Is it inspired by anything in particular?
That's a very polite phrasing.
Well, I suppose it's inspired by blood and
Well, a vein that was leaking, obviously.
a vein that's leaking, and sounds like a name a tavern might have. They've been. Our family has an interest in blood, it seems. Passed on to me. Casper was involved, the family business.
Far be it for me to say, but it's kind of an odd business to be involved in.
Blood or tavern? Because I think taverns are quite common.
The blood.
Turns out
Blood.
blood is quite common.
Yeah, well, it is, yes. It's not wrong.
You'd be surprised! Oh, well, we are a family of researchers, really going back generations.
Oh.
And, well, we've all been quite interested in blood. The medical applications of it, diseases relating to magical uses.
Interesting. Well,
Yes.
I don't know about all of you, but I could use a drink and something to eat, and I need to see any relative of Elias's.
Yes, this will be fun, won't it?
Meeting so many new people on this trip.
You're doing remarkably well. You are doing amazingly.
Oh my god.
Right.
I know it's hard for
Nosy,
you.
and that lady kept looking at me, and then Eon kept pointing it out, and
Well, there was kind of a reason behind all of that.
that's draconic people, just not here. She didn't look like me.
She's not half draconic. She is a full-blown dragon.
Why does she look like a person then?
Dragons have the magical ability to make themselves
The ones
appear.
with the sacks can do that.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't have
Yep.
one.
Yep.
Maybe
Big
that's
old-
why you can't look like a
Yeah.
human.
Don't get
Don't
too
get too hung up
sack,
on the
yes.
sack envy. Just,
Yeah.
Yes, they're really
we
not.
love you just
Well,
the way
if I don't have a sack, there's nothing that you can't remove a sack from me then. So,
so
that's a
you're
silver
fine.
lining.
Nothing wrong with that,
Yes,
Regina.
thank
Do you
you.
feel like you should have been born with a
No,
sack?
I'm happy there is. After seeing what we just saw, well, I guess between you two, what you just did, I don't want a sack removed from me. So,
That's fair.
I understood.
If it is though, it's okay. We love you anyway.
oh, thank you.
Sack confusion is a thing.
Yes.
It's amongst my people, whether we have a sack or not, and if you do have one, then people try to take it. It's like good.
So anyway,
Every session.
you guys go inside the tavern,
Yeah, we do.
and you walk inside the Leaky Vein, this very kind of like dive bar, kind of like light, cheap kind of atmosphere. There's like a quarter stage in the corner for musicians to set up, and inside there's a few different patrons that are drinking, but it seems to be all like, you know, groups of friends and like a few locals and a few people up at the bar. Where you can see there is a bartender who has this kind of like, is a human man. He has this kind of like dark curly hair and kind of like a brown complexion, around like 5'9"-ish, we'll say. And he just kind of seems to be very happily doing his job, smiling, laughing at customers as they come up and say hi. You can hear one of the customers goes, "Oh, Ferris, I need another pint of that fine ale you got there." And Ferris goes, "Coming right up." And you can see him turn, pour, just as one of the doors to the kitchen swings open, and you can see coming out this elf with kind of brown, kind of wavy hair that's about shoulder length. Their ears are like heavily pierced with kind of like these gold ringed jewelry, and you can see they have this like piece of white hair that on the right hand side kind of goes down and is like put into a braid, essentially. This is your sibling, Casper Mendeley. You can see him holding a tray of food, and in the other hand a tray of drinks, as they're just walking over to the tables and serving, not having caught your attention yet.
Mm-hmm.
As we're walking in, every person I say, "Is that your brother? Is that your brother? Is that your brother? Is that your brother?"
Oh, no, not brother, just sibling.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know what to do now that we're here. Do we just like...
Will your sibling give us a discount? Is there a special for us?
Oh, maybe. I don't... they're working. I feel bad. I don't want to interrupt.
It's that moment that Casper's gaze kind of like looks over, and you can see he kind of like checks in your group, and there's like a moment where he's like, okay, that's a 5-top, I think. And then they're like, oh! And you see him like their eyes go wide, and he looks. They look over to you, and they're like, Eli! And they run over and just kind of like do like a full like running hug into your arms. They're the pat.
Awkward.
And they're just like a full-on blabber, like they can't stop talking. Oh my God, you're back! Like, oh my God, how was your practicum? Like, what are you doing now? Like, are you on sabbatical? Like, what's going on? I didn't know you were coming back. Oh my God!
Oh, yes, a lot of. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. Oh, sorry, this is my traveling.
Oh my God, yeah.
A lot of people have Ramsey, Eon, Sola, and Rhaenyra.
We're Elias's best friends.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh.
Yeah.
That's amazing!
We've
It's
known
great!
each other for 10 days.
Exactly.
That's like
Isn't
twice
that
as long as it usually lasts for people. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me give you guys a few shots. Oh my God, this is amazing. Great. Yeah. Grab. He kind of like guides you over to like a nice, like kind of separate table. That's like up a few steps and is like situated in like this wine room. You have like all these shelves of wine.
Together.
Yeah. And they just go.
Quite the place here now. Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Welcome. Yeah. I finally opened it. I got it working.
You finally did it. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful. It's great.
I'm so glad you like it.
Yeah.
Who
is the elder out of the two of you?
It's me. Yes.
Makes sense.
50 years.
Oh.
Yeah. Give or take.
50.
Just a little.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know, it's like not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Only a little bit.
Eh.
Oh my! We have
No,
so
you've
much
lived forever
catching up
too.
to do. Oh.
We do.
Yes.
You're not that old.
If you give me 5 minutes, I just gotta move some of my tables over, and then I will.
Do
come
whatever
over.
you need to do.
Yeah, it's fine. These chuckle fucks know that the drinks will come when it comes. So,
Yeah.
all right. I'll be right back. So good to see you. And they run away quickly in just like a whirlwind out of the kitchen to the tables, back out, leaves you to the moment.
What's in the water in this city?
I don't know, but I think I want some.
His energy's like that map guy. A lot, just like a lot.
Well, I think they're just very excited, right? And it's been a little while since we've.
New people have come here, maybe?
Casper does a lot better with people than me, usually, historically.
When was the last time you saw each other?
Well, I was back in town very briefly a couple months back, but we didn't get a chance to catch up. Before that, it was when I left for Waterdeep, which was a long time ago. So.
Okay. Well, you know, There's something about you that doesn't remind me at all
That's generally
about
what everyone says.
you two are opposite sides of the coin.
I think it's the elder child syndrome. I think that's...
I wouldn't know.
No. Oh. Yes.
None of us would know.
Oh.
I guess not. No, really.
You all do seem like you were the youngest of...
I'm an only child. So are you, aren't you?
You also seem like
Yeah,
an only child.
well,
I don't
Well,
think
no,
except
there's.
for my siblings.
Yes.
Which I'm still on the lookout.
Right.
I haven't seen them.
That's right.
I have 3 other siblings, but I've never met them.
Oh, how do you know that they're your siblings?
Well, my granddad told me about them. You see, there's
Ask their
Dore,
names.
Nifa, and Tito.
Oh.
And
Just let that sink in for a
I was
minute.
so defeated.
Yes, they definitely
And so-
exist.
Granddad told me all about them and that they're out there somewhere, and I'm always on the lookout for them. And so if you see a group of 3, other gnomes around, just let me know. I might have to go up and talk to them. It could be anybody.
Who's to say that all 3 of them are still together?
Well, that's a good point. But I mean, I have no other way to identify somebody might be a potential gnome sibling. But I mean, yeah.
I suppose. I feel like there's better methods. Or perhaps just having a good chat with your grandfather.
Oh, we have talked at length.
No.
It's like the horse thing. Just let it go.
Okay.
Right,
I'll
yes,
keep
it's
an
just
eye
like
out-
the
I'll
horse
keep
thing
an eye out,
in which it
Sola.
is totally normal and definitely true.
Definitely true.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So anyway, but enough about
Time I
me, enough
ever
about
see any
me.
3 gnomes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Enough about me.
Yes.
How do you not know that some really tall elf isn't 3 gnomes wearing a coat?
That's a good idea.
Well, that's
There used to be an
impossible to say.
wives' tale about 3 kobolds that dressed up.
Maybe they're kobolds.
They did always wear quite a long coat.
I do not come from a family of kobolds.
No, but what if they're kobolds now?
So you guys see now walking into the bar
Soul's mind is
another another familiar face as Gormier makes his way in casual clothing. He has left the breastplate at home and has come in this kind of loose fit silk kind of well folded shirt. And he kind of walks up to the bartender, who smiles and gives him a handshake as he sees him. And then points over to your table where you see Gormier. Yeah. He walks up. Ah, friends.
Yes.
I see we have the drinks flowing already.
Hey, we just sat down. Please join us. And we'll all scooch to make room beside Elias.
So there's only one spot there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah, it's
He sits beside you and goes, thank you. I appreciate it.
How was the rest of your shift? Is everything going all... I heard that there's some plague in the city of sorts.
Yes, there seems to be some form of... I'm unsure if it's a narcolepsy or an attack on dreams, but it appears that few of our citizens are having some issues. It's becoming more of an issue as the Silver Knights are now being affected, it would appear. I have 3 of my juniors bedridden this morning and are not seeming to be able to get up, which is a bit of a problem.
I don't mean to be offensive when I say this, but has anyone passed from this?
No, it seems to be a illness that affects people while they sleep. Seems to be rather indiscriminate, but it started with the younger people and is slowly, progressing, it would appear. It has everyone on guard and, the entire conclave of Silvery Moon is attempting to find whatever information they can on what is causing this, but as you can imagine, there's a lot of information to look through, I guess, in that library. I haven't really been, so I don't know, but it's big on the outside, so...
That's interesting. Elias, you study diseases. That's so coincidental. Right?
Yes. Cormier noticed that, Sola.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know,
Yes.
well, I mean, of course. You know,
I mean, that's why I'm interested. Are you're okay?
Oh, well, yes, I'm fine. I've been doing great.
Okay.
I assume all the bloodletting that you did to me is causing some of my, resistances.
You know, I knew there was a good reason to do that.
It's the same way. If anyone tries
Exactly.
to punch you in the jaw, you now got that little extra
Yeah, exactly.
resistance
a little
there,
bit
right?
better. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
Mhm. Goes both ways. Sorry to start this off on such a bleak note.
Yeah, well, that's life.
Gosh, yes. Have
It's-
you been around to Casper's Tavern yet?
No, this is, it's quite a nice place. And you actually see Casper coming up at this moment, kind of like in between the two of you, goes like, yeah, I'm glad you like it. About time you came. I had to bring Elias here for you to come. And Gormir's like, I'm very busy, Casper, I'm sorry. He goes, don't believe that. And he kind of like,
I don't believe it
he
either.
scoots in right between the two of you.
Yes,
Yeah.
Solos push further.
Yeah, you got like half of your body off. Yeah, at the table.
Well, I mean, I'm glad that we can bring some business in for you. You know, I'm sure it's hard being a new business and everything.
It's been a little
Things
rough,
we haven't.
especially with the issues getting food in. But we're making it work.
How has that been? Is it
Causing a bit of a problem.
worse? Yes.
Yeah. We're doing okay because we kind of have like, ironically, a smaller venue, so less food to serve. But
Yes,
there's been
just need drinks.
there's been a few places that have closed down already, and Gormir kind of like nods, is like, yes, we've lost some great places, some great places.
Oh no.
It's fine. We'll get back in. We'll get back. We'll open them back up. And Casper just like kind of pats him on the shoulder, like, exactly, big guy. We'll be fine.
Oh gosh, did one of your favorites close down?
Our favorite bar.
Oh no.
Our favorite tavern.
Rapidly trying to think of a silly tavern name. The Last Drop. Oh no.
Yeah.
Good one.
Yes. Unfortunately, recall knowledge is gone. Really quite horrible. But
Oh no.
I guess this is a nice. In the meantime, and Casper's like, see, it's not all bad. So we closed down, but.
No, you just.
Is business good for you, Casper? Are your business safe?
We probably got maybe another week or two before we got nothing left to sell, and then I'll kind of have to figure it out. But, the conclave is saying that there's going to be a few different areas set up for people to get food, and via the magic, I guess. So won't be all bad, I guess. But
I'm starting to find more and more this dragon's becoming more of a pressing issue than we realized.
Well, that's why we're here.
Yes. Well, we're actually all in town to help try and deal with this dragon. At
you
long
want to deal with
last.
Chulth?
Yes, I know. Me wrapped
Are
up
you
in
fucking
all of this.
insane?
Maybe. Yes, actually, I think like clinically, all of us. Yes.
That's a fair assessment.
Gormir just like nods.
That's a good one.
A good kind of insane.
Yes.
So
Okay.
if there's, I guess, if any of you have the time, if you have any insight or any knowledge, we certainly use it.
Okay. Yeah, I'll see if any of my patrons know anything. Or if they've heard anything, seen anything.
It would be much appreciated.
Of course.
You've not come face to face with Chulth yourself?
Nope. Luckily.
Well, I'd imagine the people here would avoid a creature known as...
A stalker.
Yes, the Stalker of Elves.
Yeah.
This is our time to plan. So
Yes.
let's think about this, and I'll pull out my notebook, spread it out like this.
It gets you get Gormier's attention because he's kind of like, "Is this a battle plan?" Oh,
Maybe. So
we need a chessboard.
We're trying something new.
I see.
Planning.
we are here.
Silvery Moon
Here is the forest.
in the north.
You know, I was thinking about it, and I think that I can maybe just reflect the light a little bit on my things into the direction of the other things, and then like maybe I might be able to see if there was something invisible. I might be able to do that. So I'm going to pay attention to that tonight and take some time to maybe do that. What's everyone else got?
Well, I think we should also wait and see what. Oh, balls! What was his name?
Chulth?
No. Our dwarven friend. Yes, him. That's one.
Rock Bloodstone.
You know how I am with names. I am fingers crossed, hoping he does return to us with some more information, possibly. Seeing if there's possible entryways that we can avoid some of these illusionary traps that have been laid out.
Are they traps, or are they caused by the dragon when Chulth is around?
Well, I think that might be it, but he also, when the land corrupts, and then they use their illusionary magic to make it look normal. So, unsuspecting person takes a stroll down the road, and then all of a sudden, I'm stuck in the mud.
No matter how we approach this, Gormier, we are on the back foot. If we attempt to enter into its lair, we are going to be the ones that will have to adapt.
Then,
Which might be our only option. It's not my preferred manner, but...
Well, I've also been in my prayers overnight. I think, thank you to Thamus, I've seemed to be able to maybe do something called Shining Smite, where if something itself turns invisible, I can essentially cast a light upon it from Thamus, we'll say,
oh,
and it can't benefit from any invisible condition.
that could be.
But it'd have to be like the dragon itself, I'm assuming. It can't be like an area.
You would have to hit it, yes.
Well, because it
It's
also...
really, really hard.
Well, I like it's I do 2d6 damage. The light
Yeah.
shines on it, and it can't be invisible. That's what it is.
Well, that could definitely come into play and be very handy when eventually we do confront it. Is there the possibility of pulling it away from its lair?
Well, absolutely. We
I've
know...
also used that spell before on a dragon.
I was thinking bait.
Gormier nods.
Okay.
Gormier nods. And it's like, these dragons are smart, though.
Yes.
Unfortunately. We can't just...
Easily fall for any kind of.
No. There has to be some planning, some deep planning. But if we can figure out where the dragon is, and which of its lairs it's around, maybe your Bloodstone friend can find this out for us. Then we can cut time.
Does it have multiple layers then?
We would assume, yes.
Okay.
We would assume.
Oh, lovely.
I could.
It attacks from all areas
Right.
around Silvery Moon, so most dragons of an older age have one or two.
I could do a commune as well.
Oh, yes.
And ask my deity for some information, perhaps to help us, pinpoint where the dragon is at presently.
That would certainly be helpful. Absolutely.
I don't know if that sort of thing is frowned upon here in this public space, but I mean,
Casper just goes, no, do it. I want to see it.
Okay. I mean, I get up to 3 questions though, so although they have to be answered with a yes or no, or a might offer, or the god might offer a short phrase as an answer instead. However, yes or no typically.
Yeah.
So, if we know perhaps the location of a couple of the layers, I could ask, is it in the cave layer? Is it in the swamp lair? Whatever the layers are, I don't know.
Smart, yes.
Yeah,
But that would be for, like, right now.
yeah, exactly. Because we're not headed there yet, and perhaps he moves day to day.
But
It is most likely, yes. That he does.
even if he is moving between them day to day, if we knew the location of all of them,
Right.
at some point, Chulth will return to whichever one we pick. And if we have the ability to
Right, and we lay in wait, perhaps.
preparing this time.
Gormir nods. That sounds like a good idea.
And if you're able to overcome your fear of heights, I can fly you to that dragon now too, instead of the disadvantage you had last time.
Oh no,
Maybe Eon can make you a helmet. Or something.
no, I.
Little propeller hat.
Because it's gonna be windy out there.
You aren't the only one that's been given gifts as of recent. So, I have capabilities to elevate myself, shall we say, and
Oh, good.
deal with.
If you and I can both elevate, that would be fun.
That would be very good. It sure as shit would be the last time.
Yeah.
You gotta be really fast.
Or slow it down.
This dragon is known for its speed. We've recorded attacks miles apart, occurring within half an hour. It is a fast dragon.
Do you have some kind of idea how to do that?
There's magical means. There's also tried and true. You fucked up that purple one.
I can make it sticky.
Right.
Things like that seem to work somewhat. I also think if we can establish one of these layers, what's the advantage that the dragon has against us? Height. It's a
Right.
forest.
So
There's a chance this layer would be disadvantageous for it to be in. Is that what you're?
Well, we could make it that way. You see, with speed, you must sacrifice certain things. The faster you go, the slower you are to stop. If, say, you said forest were perhaps laced with certain tripwires,
Or traps.
traps, that would A, slow it down, B, cause it grief, and C, get its head out of the game. Keep it worrying about everything else going on and not about us. If it's dealing with having to dodge and miss traps and things that are gumming up its flight paths, it would have to come to the ground. And on the ground, it has a disadvantage.
Perhaps that weird map guy in the morning can, from his scouting, be able to tell us where
I
the
am
layers
hoping
are.
so, yes. If you can give us several locations, we can choose the best one for us to plan with.
Flip Chulth on its back. Interesting.
Expose its soft, squishy bits.
Won't be easy. This dragon has evaded capture and trapping quite a while, but I think we have a chance here.
Do you have any sort of smith works here that my friend and I can have a look around at?
Any forger?
Yes,
forges in there?
something along those lines.
Potentially. There is one located within the Conclave as the Silvery Knights of their weapon productions is there. But those are elven blades.
I'm not necessarily looking for blades, just scrap iron and metals that can be spun into a cordage size. Say the width of my thumb. Something that we can use to spool between trees.
I could get something like that for you. Yeah.
Gives me an idea. Any spare cutlery, forks, knives? Preferably not spoons.
Casper kind of gives you a side eye, like, I paid money for that. You're not taking my cutlery.
Oh no, not just yours. Well, yes, yours.
No.
Okay, well,
Give it a week, and then I won't need them anyway.
noted.
Counterproductive, yes, but I
Slightly feel bad, but yes.
some money I gotta pay.
Well, I'm figuring if we can come, and I'm explaining it and drawing it over,
Yeah.
showing barbed wire. If we can string, I've seen something similar that we've used before when capturing a hydra in the Fae. It chased us through a fairly wooded pasture, and we managed to get it to run into a bramble of this. And the more it fought, the more it got twisted. The more it got twisted, the more it got bound. The more it got bound, the quicker it came down. Which then we were able to dispatch it at our leisure. The Hydra is roughly a same-ish size. I'm sure if we upscaled some stuff, there's a possibility of that working.
It would slow it down, maybe.
Yes.
And maybe give us a couple of seconds.
Sometimes that's all you need.
Is that all we need?
Sometimes.
I have some glyphs that I could set to trigger that triggering of a wire such as this, perhaps.
I like that
Describe it in
idea.
some books and set to go off if anything triggers these wires. We could choose what magical ability might happen, or just some good old damage.
I just figure if we can do something along those lines and have everyone lying in wait, and we hit it all with everything we have, it might be enough to either, if we're that lucky, kill it, or at least damage it and slow it down enough to make it a more even fight. Tell me, Gorm, do you have siege weaponry? Large ballista?
Nothing that could be
catapult.
moved through the forest. Besides, it would be unwise to bring a large party with us.
That's true.
The
It would draw
forest
more
has
attention.
ears. Chulth's ears, to be specific. There has been instances where forest animals mouths have appeared on them to taunt elves as they're walking by. In Chulth's voice, they describe it as this raspy, sickly, cracked voice.
Why does Chulth hate the elves so much?
Yes.
I'd have to assume it's because we're here in the Silvery Marches Forest. This is a place that is close to the magic of nature and to the Feywild, and like elves, green dragons are drawn to these areas, these forests of beauty. But they're typically spend their time wasting the area away and twisting it into their own nefarious jungle. But
I'm sorry, did you say that there's access to the Fey realm here?
in some areas, yes. There's a few places we have located, but they move.
Oh, yes, I am well aware.
Just be on the eye for any mushroom circles. They are... It will be evident when you see them.
If you go in when you can't stop dancing. Kidding. That makes me think. Well, the people here may not be able to assist us. But I have made a friend or two on the other side. It'd be tough, and we would owe some very unsavory people favors.
Are you talking about in the Fey realm?
Yes.
Are you suggesting just a quick jaunt into the Fey realm to get allies to fight a dragon?
Yes.
Ramsey. I mean, I've never been, but I've heard that sometimes when you come back, it's like the next century.
And it also could be 3 days before you left.
I don't like those odds.
Sounds a little risky.
It's... Sometimes you come back with no memory of ever going. It's kind of a gamble at times. Hence why my father wanted that amulet.
Remember, blue is cool, red is dead.
Yes.
The mushrooms around the circle.
Yes.
Oh. Is that how it works?
Kind of. Don't go... It also depends where it decides to spit you out, in essence.
The red ones are a little more,
Feisty.
yes, from what we do our best to avoid them. Every now and then an elf goes missing and we find remnants of clothing or some other personal belongings next to a red circle. The Fae are best respected here. Their ears are ever present in the city and the forest around, so take that into account as well.
Yes, maybe not this time, but I think we have the beginnings of a good plan. We need some information to come back to us.
I think we have the beginnings of a good party to deal with this threat as well. I mean, Vinrock and Gormier.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
If you are more than welcome to join if
Well,
you would like.
I suppose there isn't really another option, is there? I'll let my squire know to take my duties.
It wouldn't be immediately. We are...
Yeah, we have some more prepping to do.
Yes.
As do I. If everything is to go well, we need to be thorough. So I'm glad that Elias is here.
I will make sure it's thorough for sure.
And I'll get the medal.
Lovely. Metal. We're going to make fun stuff. Lots of forks and knives.
Nice.
Well, is there anything else?
Do we totally rely on Vinrock to determine the locations of the layers? Do you have information on the layer
I pull out
locations?
the maps that he left.
Budding, those are things, yes. I'll say you identify 2 layers
2 layers.
from those maps. One located deep within the forest, kind of in the most northern part right before it turns into mountain. And another located on kind of like the northwest side, or northeast side. There is a river that goes north out of Silvery Moon. It's basically on the other side of it. Whereas this one is on the other side of that. So,
Is that one in forest? Is it a cave? Is it a...
that one is like a little bit more of a marsh area. That's been identified as the dragon hanging around a lot.
Probably preferable not to.
Yeah, that one sounds dangerous.
That one will definitely slow our work. can we get like Gormir to kind of just mark on it where he knows that
Yes.
they've said, so we kind of
Yeah,
know, okay,
absolutely. I'll say
here
with
no good, here no good,
Yeah.
here no good.
Yeah, I'll say with Gormir's knowledge, this becomes much easier of a task. Let's do. Yeah, with Gormir's knowledge, I'll say like you don't get a path, right?
No,
There's no path, but you
yeah.
basically have like a circle of land that's probably a few kilometers wide. That the dragon is known to be active in. As in, if you go into that area as an elf, you are probably going to die. Whereas, like, closer to the city, it's kind of like, if you get lucky, it doesn't attack a lot. But if you go into that area, it's not good.
It's like a danger zone.
Yeah.
I do think we should scour the city somewhat and see if there's anything we can gain in resistances wise, especially for you. Not in that sense, I just have a feeling, as well as you, Gormir, that it has a personal vendetta against your kind, and
Yes, these ears are not very helpful.
you will be targeted probably heavier than the rest of us, possibly, who knows.
Which is why we won't let it get a chance.
Or we just have other people who are more annoying.
That could be pretty annoying, right?
Yes.
Cheers to that. Come on.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
Raise a
I
glass.
can be annoying too.
Cheers, yeah.
I just look her in here like, they don't know nothing. We can piss this thing off real good.
We also actually never talked to, well, not in a day, or 9 days actually, we haven't talked to King Melindrak, who actually we spoke to about coming here.
Yeah, that's true. Yes.
Oh,
Good to check
yeah,
in.
maybe
He did arrive at the conclave a few days ago.
Maybe he would be able to lend some sort of aid as well, or I don't know.
He has been extremely busy with handling the elves of both the Misty Forest and Silvery Moon as the intermediate overseer, we should say. So
We have kind of a connection to him, whereas he was the one that requested us to come.
yes,
So we can try at least. Let him know we're here. Give him the old hi, hey, hello. See if he'll let us into the library for free.
it's not a bad idea.
Worth a try. Yeah, pull some royal strings.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
If you have the means to advance oneself and make the job slightly easier, why not? Because I definitely do not want to go into this half-cocked like we did with Two Hills.
Good plan.
Full cock this time,
I didn't want to say it, but yes.
right?
Casper
Yes.
goes, full cock! And starts like, he and Gormy are having a drink and they're kind of like buddying up, and it's really good. But
I just, every time, right?
as I'll say the night kind of continues from this point, there aren't necessarily rooms available at the tavern to stay here, but Casper lives upstairs, and if you wanted to, you have a place on the floor. But
It's a roof over our heads.
yeah, as the night kind of settles down, Casper kind of looks to you, Elias, and kind of like sits down next to you. Their glass about half full, and they look over and go, did you make any progress?
Not enough.
Okay. I don't mean to stress you about this, and I'm not magically inclined enough to know how hard this is to figure out. But something happened, and Basil is sick. He hasn't been able to get out of bed. And he keeps having these nightmares.
Oh, it's got to him.
Yeah. I know you're focused on...
And they want help?
Yeah. They won't ask for it, but... I know. I can't do anything about it. So, you see like a few tears welling up in their eyes.
Casper, after Chulth, how about that? And then I can take a look.
Okay.
But I can't do much more than that. I mean, if the city doesn't know what's going on, then what?
You're smarter than those jackasses. Come on.
Yeah, that's true. You're right.
I know.
I was trying to be nice there.
It's a small town. You had to go to Waterdeep.
Yeah. I'll see what I can do, but I don't think there's much I can do until we all deal with the dragon.
Okay. I thought I would bring it up and ask, because I don't know. It's family,
Yeah.
right?
It's family.
Casper kind of nods and finishes his drink. And then you see them retiring for the night, kind of putting away all of the dishes, closing up the tavern as you guys are all continuing to drink and enjoying yourselves for a night of a little bit of relaxation and planning and discussing. And that's where we're going to pick up for next week.
Hey!
Ooh.
Yep.
Wow.
Boy.
That's evolving quickly.
That's good.
There we
That's
go.
good.
Oh
We
boy.
need plants.
Plants.
Some kind of plant. Any kind of plant.
It's
Any
getting
kind.
there.
Planting.
There's actual planning happening.
There's actual
I'm
planning.
kind of okay with it.
The one that I'm talking about, by the way, is not Legacy. It's on the new one.
Is it?
Hey? Yeah,
So-
that's why not.
There's some fun paladin stuff in the new one.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great rest of your night, and hi, hey, hello.
Hey!